Hello, this is John Kvale, and I am still getting used to this fancy new equipment here. So I've got the camera that moves a little bit, and I won't be long on this. We've got the new intro. This is our April financial planning and capital market review. And here we go. And right off the bat, I see a mistake that I need to do because it says February, but I'll get that fixed. It's a little bitty. So for those of you that are newbies and driving down the wheel, we like to articulate our thoughts on a monthly basis in a video audio podcast format. So if you're driving down the road, keep your hands on the wheel, be safe. I'm probably talking too loud. I probably need to keep it a little bit lower, but we're going to run through this. Okay, this is a review of our April financial planning, mostly financial planning, and then capital market talks, along with an update on one. So one of my favorite techniques is give a Roth to a young earner. We actually have a lot of folks that do this, and so I find it just being excellent source of long-term planning. And so what that means is if you have a young earner, that could be any age. I mean, it could basically be a 13 or 14-year-old that's making enough money to have a contribution to a Roth. That would be $7,000 this year. Then maybe someone might want to consider donating some money to them, because you can have a $19,000 per year annual gift and put that into a Roth. Why would we do that? Because a 13, 14, 15, or 25-year-old with funds in there for a very long time, it grows to be a very large amount. So in this example, I use a $7,000 contribution. 8% for 50 years is well over $300,000. Do that a couple times, it's a huge amount. So in those of you that listen only mode, I'm scrolling over an AI created chart that I actually double checked it. But what I say is if we have a child, grandchild, relative, or any person special in your life, and they have W-2 income, consider gifting money to a Roth for them. All right, this was a late double E bond refresher. I actually had a request from the field and went to go look at one of my posts. I said, oh, when's the last time I wrote on this? It had been, I think I'd done it in a newsletter, not even in the video format. So here's the link to the post. Those of you that are in list only mode, I am hovering over the link to the post. And I go over all of the background of the double E bond and their brother, the I bond. What I found probably most interesting, and that I wanted to highlight here, is the Treasury Hunt search. And that was not a part of this when I last did this. So you type in your Social Security number, which I did, and if you click in the post, I didn't have any that are under my Social Security number, but we're actually going to make this a regular part of our firm to go check these. And you type in your Social Security number, and if there's one out there in your Social Security number, it'll pop up, allegedly. Until we find one, we don't have 100% proof, but I have no reason to doubt. All right, this is going to capital market talk. Jim Bianco, I've written about him multiple times, and here's over this post. And in that post, I talk about the 3, 4, 5 times, I think in 2015, almost 10 years ago when I first started writing about him. Interesting thing, what came from this, and I hope you, if you haven't, go to this post and you talk about his Candor and also his casual interview. He said something to the effect that bonds are not controlled by outside forces, and they'll dance to their own drummer. We watch bonds. I know we've beaten you over the head a ton about bonds. It's because they're so impactful, and we've been in this low interest rate, then higher interest rate, then possibly lower interest rate environment. This is what it looked like when we were actually, those of you that are in listen only mode, I'm circling higher. These would be lower bonds, higher interest rates. When I wrote the article, fast forward to just today, bond interest rates are going down, both on the lower one, the uninverted 2-year. Actually, you can see it was inverted here. That could be a whole video. It was inverted, then it came uninverted, and now it's really. All right, what's happening here? Bond gurus think that interest rates are going to go up. We've got a very aggressive growing economy. Not so much. Another update. These bond rates are predicting a slower growth. Also, there's an interesting article that I want to highlight, the boy that cried wolf that didn't. That goes back to the end of the month on the capital markets. That is all I have. I'm a little, those of you that are made it this far with me, I've been jogging again, so a little bit hyped up. Hopefully I didn't get the microphone too hot, and we will talk to you at the end of May. Thanks so much.